Antisocial psychology primarily refers to patterns of behavior that show a pervasive disregard for social norms, rules, and the rights of others. This is often associated with Antisocial Personality Disorder, ASPD, a diagnosable mental health condition found in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-5. Symptoms usually begin in childhood or adolescence and continue into adulthood. Antisocial psychology represents a serious mental health issue with far-reaching effects. Understanding its causes and symptoms is essential for early detection and intervention. While it can be resistant to change, especially in adults, targeted therapy and community support can reduce its harmful impact.
Understanding antisocial psychology, defining the terrain. Antisocial psychology delves into a pattern of behavior. This pattern shows a consistent disregard for the rights of others. It involves actions that often harm, manipulate, or exploit people. We see a lack of concern for societal rules and norms. This field tries to understand why some individuals behave this way. It looks at their thoughts, feelings, and motivations. The core issue is a fundamental difficulty in respecting others. Antisocial behavior exists on a spectrum. Not every person who breaks a rule or acts selfishly has a deep-seated psychological issue. However, antisocial psychology focuses on persistent and pervasive patterns. These patterns start early and continue into adulthood. When severe and ingrained, they may point to Antisocial Personality Disorder, or ASPD. ASPD is characterized by a long-term pattern of violating the rights of others. Individuals with ASPD often show a lack of empathy or remorse. Understanding ASPD helps us see the depth of the challenge. The roots of disregard, exploring the causes. The causes of antisocial behavior are complex and multifaceted. Biological factors play a significant role in its development. Research suggests there can be a genetic predisposition. Brain imaging studies have shown differences in brain structure and function. Specifically, areas like the prefrontal cortex, responsible for judgment and impulse control, may be affected. Neurotransmitter imbalances could also contribute to these patterns. Psychological factors are also deeply intertwined with antisocial patterns. Early childhood experiences are particularly critical in shaping behavior. Trauma, such as physical, emotional, or sexual abuse, can have devastating effects. Chronic neglect and abandonment can also severely impact development. Environmental influences further contribute to the risk of developing antisocial behaviors. Growing up in a chaotic or violent home environment is a major factor. Socioeconomic factors like poverty and lack of opportunity can create stress. Understanding this complex web of causes is essential for developing effective prevention. Recognizing the red flags, symptoms across the lifespan. The signs of antisocial patterns can often be observed early in life. During childhood, these behaviors may manifest as conduct disorder. Symptoms in children can include persistent aggression towards people or animals. They might engage in deliberate destruction of property. Deceitfulness, such as frequent lying or stealing, is common. Serious violations of rules, like staying out late despite prohibitions, are also red flags. As individuals move into adolescence, these troubling behaviors often escalate. Teenagers might engage in frequent fighting, bullying, or even using weapons. Substance abuse, including alcohol and drugs, often begins or worsens during these years. In adulthood, these persistent patterns can lead to a diagnosis of antisocial personality disorder. Adults with ASPD may consistently break the law, leading to arrests. Deceitfulness is a hallmark, involving lying, using aliases, or conning others for profit or pleasure. Impulsivity is another key symptom, leading to poor planning and rash decisions. Aggressiveness and irritability can result in physical fights or assaults. Recognizing this chronicity helps differentiate these serious conditions from more transient difficulties. Section 4. The ripple effect impact on individuals and society. The impact of antisocial psychology on the individual exhibiting these traits is profound. They struggle to maintain stable, healthy relationships due to deceit and manipulation. Meaningful employment is difficult to sustain because of irresponsibility or conflict. There is a significantly higher risk of substance abuse and dependence. The likelihood of incarceration is also very high due to repeated unlawful behavior. The effects extend deeply into the lives of their immediate family and friends. Loved ones often experience significant emotional distress, living in a state of constant anxiety or fear. Financial strain is common, as individuals with antisocial traits may exploit others economically. Beyond the immediate circle, antisocial psychology has a substantial impact on society as a whole. Increased crime rates are a direct consequence, leading to concerns about public safety. The economic burden is considerable, encompassing costs related to law enforcement, the judicial system, and incarceration. Understanding this broader ripple effect underscores the seriousness of these patterns. Treating antisocial personality disorder presents significant challenges. Individuals often lack insight and see no problem with their behavior. This makes them resistant to treatment. Psychotherapy, especially CBT, helps change thought patterns. DBT manages emotions and improves interpersonal skills. Social and legal interventions also play a role. Stemming the tide: prevention and early intervention strategies. Preventing antisocial patterns begins in early childhood. Secure attachment with caregivers is fundamental. Positive parenting programs manage challenging behaviors. Support for at-risk families is crucial. Early intervention buffers adverse experiences. School programs offer prevention opportunities. Cell curricula develop self-awareness. Anti-bullying initiatives create safe environments. Schools identify children with conduct problems. Community support systems are essential. Mentoring provides positive role models. Access to mental health services is critical. Reducing community violence is protective. Investing in children's well-being is effective. Conclusion: the imperative of awareness and action. In summary, antisocial psychology encompasses a complex set of behaviors. These behaviors are characterized by a persistent disregard for the rights and feelings of others. It is not about simple bad choices, but rather deep-seated patterns. These patterns often have roots in a combination of biological, psychological, and environmental factors. Understanding this complexity moves us beyond simplistic labels. The impact of antisocial behaviors is far-reaching and deeply damaging. Individuals exhibiting these patterns often lead troubled lives. They face difficulties in relationships, employment, and with the law. The societal costs are immense, including crime, healthcare burdens, and an erosion of trust. Recognizing the full scope of this impact underscores the urgency of addressing antisocial psychology. The importance of early detection and intervention cannot be overstated. Identifying warning signs in childhood and adolescence allows for timely support. Early action can prevent a lifetime of difficulty for the individual and protect countless others from harm. By fostering understanding and promoting effective strategies, we can make a difference.
And if you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more mind-blowing psychology videos.